understand, cause there's no pain. And the only bad thing about it is we all want it again. I get caught up in the moment when I see the way you smoke. Oh, you press your lips so gently that my BPM explode. What if we love it? What if the only bad thing's good? What if we want it more than we three should? What if we love it? What if the only bad thing's good? What if we want it more than we three should? What if we... more than we three should? What if we... What if we want it more than we three should? What if we love it? What if the only bad thing's good? What if we want it more than we three should? What if we... more than we three should? What if we... you hold body on my butt, but you rhyme kinda nice, cause your rhythm is so tight. Girl, you shine through the night. Won't you hold body on my butt, but you rhyme kinda nice, cause your rhythm is so tight. What if we love it? What if the only bad thing's good? What if we want it more than we three should? What if we love it? What if the only bad thing's good? What if we want it more than we three should? What if we love it? In all that you've done to me, I can't find the meaning, cause you know the way I feel for you is so strong. So why would you hunt me down and then leave me bleeding when you knew that you loved somebody else and had not moved on? My God, I should have seen it coming. Turned away, kept running. I should have seen the warning signs. My God, loved you, you loved another. Why did I even bother? There'll never be you and I. There'll never be you and I. I cannot believe you said we couldn't get much higher. To trust your persuading eyes was one big mistake. But I know that you get burned when you play with fire. And I see how hard it will be not to turn love to hate. My God, I should have seen it coming. Turned away, kept running. I should have seen the warning signs. My God, loved you, you loved another.
Ignore How you doing? I'm going to play one more while I try to calm my ass down. But maybe you should listen more. Talk to yourself less. Listen again. One more time. Slim Shady Canes, thank you for the super chat. And say no more, fam.
Fuck these dysfunctional, insecure actresses. I'm praying for tidal wave. I wanna see the ground give way. I wanna watch it all go down. Mom, please flush it all away. I wanna see it go right and down. I wanna watch it go right in. Watch you flush it all away. Yeah, time to bring it down again. Yeah, don't just call me pessimist. Try and read between the lines. Yeah, I can't imagine why you wouldn't welcome any change, my friend. I wanna see it come down, bring it down, suck it down, flush it down.
Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. And guess what? Live for you on LouTube this morning. That's right. Shout out to Slim Shady Canes. I always want to hear one more Tool song. Always. The only reason I ever stop playing Tool is because I feel like, okay, people, this is probably enough now. People are going to start clicking off. I better stop playing Tool. But when someone says, what did he say? Longer intros, more Tool. Well, shit. Sir? I mean, in a perfect world, you know what I'm saying? These intros would be an hour long. Maybe I should get back to where, remember when I used to upload, even on uploaded videos, when I used to have 12-minute intros? Just because I wanted to hear a Tool song. So I might get back to that. I don't know. I might get back to a lot of things. What'd my boy Dr. Dre say? Y'all gonna keep fucking around with me, turn me back to the old me. That's what y'all gonna do. Keep fucking around with me. 706-786-4481, 706-786-4481. Bad Dog was going to come on today. He had something come up. He's now coming on tomorrow, which is great because I would love to hear Bad Dog's advice for Ballard on Tinder. So, of course, Friday is Tinder Ballard update day. And now it's Bad Dog day, too. Now, Bad Dog's a happily married man. He's a happily married man. So maybe we can get Bad Dog to give Ballard some advice on what to do after he meets his Tinder love of his life. That would probably be the route to take with our boy Bad Dog. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Also in 2. Now I forgot to call into the damn show. Intro should have been a little bit longer. Then I would have remembered. Call into my own show. Yeah, so if you want to call in and be on the show today, just call in and be on the show. I'm going to have a question for whoever calls in, though. I have questions. So, a lot of times people call in, they have questions. Today, I have questions. So, 706-786-4481. Talent show email address, LouTubeTalent@gmail.com. LouTubeTalent@gmail.com. Anything you can record is a talent. Send it in. Honestly, the dumber the better. The worse you are at your supposed talent, the better. I'm sure we'll get some good ones sent in too, but we need some bad ones. I don't think it'll be a problem. Send your talent in to LouTubeTalent@gmail.com. Actually, you can send me the video of your talent any way you want to. The other email address, Facebook, whatever. Mail me a DVD, whatever you need to do. But whatever you do, send an email to LouTube Talent saying, hey, I faxed you a video of my talent or whatever. Or I emailed you my talent and you're going to need a 3D printer to print it out, whatever. Send me the talent any way you can think to do it. But I still need you to send an email to LouTubeTalent@gmail.com telling me where you sent the video. At least that way I know where to go look and I don't have to just randomly look everywhere to try to find everybody's video that they send in. I can pull up that talent show email address, go through them one by one, find everybody's video, load it into the morning show to play for the talent show. The talent show is going to start not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, which I believe is June 7th. Let me double check that because some of y'all called me a liar. Yeah, June 7th. Me and Chess Hall will be co-hosting the talent show. I don't see any reason to do it any differently than we did last year, unless someone has a better suggestion or idea. But so last year I think we had 20 people send something in, and so the way we did it is I just picked 2 of the videos and played them, and then I had people vote on which one was better, and whichever one was better, that moved on to round 2, and the one that lost moved to the losers bracket. And we just continued that way till we had a best video, which was the winner, and a worst video, which was also the winner. And speaking of that, I really wish I could find Flashlight PP. I'm a little irritated that I can't. Where is this damn Flashlight PP? Is that it? That's not it. Where the hell is this Flashlight PP? Yeah, so 706-786-4481, 706-786-4481. If you need to try to call in for some particular reason or another, that'd be just fine. I want to talk about Kwame Brown too. $200 prize pool. So depending on how many people enter, that'll determine how many places pay out. It's at least going to be first place and dead last will win something. Whoever wins will win something. Whoever comes in dead last will win something. I want to try to pay out first and second or whatever. So we'll split it up if we get enough entries in. First place will win some money. Second place will win some money. Third, dead last will win something. I don't know. Figure it out. How's everybody doing, though? Ballard, the talent show starts June 7th. So the deadline would be June 6th, which is a Sunday. Sunday. Who's here today? Between the Trenches is here. McKeestro Bistro. I like that name. Christy is here. Ballard. TikTok Chess Hall. Happy late birthday to Mrs. TikTok Chess Hall. It was her birthday yesterday. Between the Trenches, Bacon and Jet, Vodka Drinker, Kevin Cook, Lost Aggie. Good to see you back in here, sir. I've been talking a lot about you the last couple of days. Mostly good. I thought you were great on the show. I liked having you on. You're an interesting individual. I liked having you on. And you knew your football, too. I had a good time with you on the show the other day. I can't wait to have you back on. Macklin Griffin, Bears, Cubs, Canes, Rack Dog, Sea Dog. Not related, just happen to have the same last name. Rack Dog, Sea Dog. Yeah. Pigskin Pete says hashtag V-neck. Hashtag V-neck. Only a certain brand, though, right, Pete? Pete said he loves his V-necks. He's got one in almost every color, but he only wears a specific brand of V-neck. Now, he never said the brand, I think because he doesn't want other people going out and copying him exactly, you know? He doesn't mind people going out buying V-necks, but don't be going out and buying the exact ones that Pete has. Don't do that. He doesn't want you to do that. Judge Juno, see you. Double T Sports. Huffer Billy Paul, what's up, buddy? Tiger Cat is here. Good morning. Dago. Goose Sports, how you been, buddy? What the Corn Dogs going to do this year? The simple man thinks they're going 6-6. You know what I mean? The basic man thinks they're going 6-6, just like the basic man thought they were going 15-0 last year. Why do they think that? Oh, what they were 15-0 in 2019. They must be going to be 15-0 in 2022. Oh, they were 5. They sucked last year. 5-5 last year. They'd be lucky to win 6 games this year. These people don't. I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're getting their info. I mean, you can spend 0 seconds researching LSU and just go, you know what? They're probably going 10-2, 9-3 maybe, right? I mean, Wisconsin is the same way. You can spend approximately no time at all learning or caring to know anything at all about Wisconsin. And if someone asks you about them, you can just go, they'll probably win 10 games. I mean, you won't be right every year, but you'll either be right or one win away almost every year. You know? Same with LSU. LSU is way too talented to be winning 5 and 6 games a year. That was an anomaly last year for LSU. They're not, come on. Does anybody know anything? What's the deal with Eric Gilbert? Now, he's from Georgia. He went to LSU, so we went and got Darnell Washington instead, which I really like Darnell Washington. I do think Eric Gilbert is better. I'm not going to lie. Georgia fans can type about it or cry or tell me whatever they tell me about how I'm not a real fan. I just think Eric Gilbert's a little bit better. Not right now. Now, in 2 years from now, I don't know. The thing about Darnell Washington, he needed a lot of coaching still. Eric Gilbert was ready to play the day he graduated high school. He was ready to play in college. He was polished and ready to go. As far as the ceiling, like maybe they have a similar ceiling, but Darnell Washington needed some more coaching. So I think Eric Gilbert's better right now. But I thought he was going to Florida. Now there's all kinds of articles now the last couple of days. Did he never commit to Florida? I don't understand what happened with that. You guys know I don't pay attention to recruiting that much. It's transfer portal, basically a form of that. So, but I thought like a couple of months ago it was a done deal. Eric Gilbert was going to Florida. Is that not the case? He's still in the portal. He hasn't committed anywhere. I don't understand. I don't get it. I need to look into that maybe. I don't know. But I still don't think Georgia's getting him. I never thought Georgia was getting him out of high school. I didn't think Georgia was getting him when he announced he was leaving LSU. I don't think Georgia is getting him now that he's apparently still in the transfer portal for no reason. I just don't think he's coming to Georgia. But how did I get confused on that? I thought he had made up his mind and was going to become a Florida man. So I don't know. Now Kevin says thinks staying at LSU. He's not academically eligible. Now I did hear that between the trenches. I did hear that. I did hear that. Is that true? I don't know, but I heard that when he first announced he wanted to transfer. I heard he forgot to go to class out there at LSU. So when it comes to football, it's the same amount of hard to get into every SEC school except Vandy when it comes to football. Now, you want to talk about academics and other regular students, that's one thing. But the minimum academic requirements to play football in the SEC are the same for every single school, and they all accept the minimum except for Vandy. So we can argue about which schools are better academically if we want to act like Georgia Tech man who only argues about that because they win 5 games a year. I mean, no, I don't think anybody cares about the academic standards of a school on a college football channel. I really don't. So I don't even understand what we're doing here, arguing between Florida and LSU. I don't think anyone cares. I really don't. Every single person in this stream right now would rather their team won a national title than an academic decathlon. So I better not see Florida and LSU man arguing about which school is better academically, because that tells me right there your football program is total garbage, because that's the only fan bases that do that. Vandy, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, these teams that have no chance in football. So they talk about how hard it is to get into their school. I mean, just give me a break already with that. This isn't an academic channel. No one cares. I mean, is there anybody here that thinks the majority of football players on your team are Rhodes Scholars? Let's just stop pretending. We would take a 5-star. It doesn't matter. We don't care if he can read or write. I mean, let's just be honest here. What was the guy's name for Malcolm Mitchell? And I love Malcolm Mitchell, great guy. And it's a good story, too. It's a good story from beginning to end. Malcolm Mitchell got into the University of Georgia. He couldn't read Dr. Seuss, okay? And I love Malcolm Mitchell. I'm not putting him down because he graduated with the ability to read Dr. Seuss, okay? So he went to class and he did all that kind of stuff. But if he didn't play football, he wouldn't have got into any college, anywhere, okay? The guy couldn't read. I don't know how. I guess he got out of high school the same way. And again, I'm not knocking Malcolm Mitchell. A lot of people have learning disabilities. So I'm not knocking him at all. It's a great story. He came to my kid's school a couple of years ago. He's a great guy. And a great story, too. Right, he writes books now. It's a great story. That's like his mission in life now, is to make sure kids can learn to read and whatever. But let's just, the guy was a very highly rated recruit out of high school. Anyone would have taken him. Turns out he couldn't read until he was a junior at Georgia. Okay, so Dr. Seuss was not canceled. That's fake news. Pete, click off of Breitbart or wherever you're on that you're reading that. Dr. Seuss was not canceled. That's fake news. So, Slim Shady says, hashtag save the flipper kids. That's right. Slim, do you think forced sterilization might be the way to go there? Slim Shady, forced sterilization. That, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how we feel about forced sterilization, Slim Shady, but short of that, I don't know if our hashtag will ever be fully achieved. The goal. I don't know if the goal will ever be fully achieved without forced sterilization. So, Slim, you know what? That statement applies in a lot of different ways, doesn't it? Extreme circumstances require extreme measures. I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with you there. If you're not watching the Kwame Brown videos, I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what's wrong with you. I really don't. There hasn't been anything like this going on since the Charlie Sheen meltdown. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying the reasons are the same. I don't know. I'll be honest. When I watch these Kwame Brown videos, sometimes I don't even, it's hard for me to tell who he's even mad at half the time. It's even harder for me to tell why he's mad. And honestly, I don't even understand half of the things he's saying. I don't know what a bunkie is. He has nicknames for people that I don't know what I don't know. He keeps calling somebody Becky with the good hair. I don't know who that is, other than that it's a guy. It's a guy. But I'm not into basketball, so I could care less about Kwame Brown, and he was the biggest bust ever in basketball, and blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't care. I couldn't. It would be impossible for me to care any less. But these videos are absolute gold. Absolute gold. You don't have to know. You don't have to know Kwame Brown or anything about him. Just watch the videos. They're hilarious. You're watching a guy fall off the cliff to insanity slowly over now a 10-day period and going strong. I'm talking 2 and 3 live streams a day, 2 and 3 hours long each. Stream of consciousness, just and you can't turn them off. You can't turn them off. You need to be watching. We haven't seen anything like this since the Charlie Sheen Tiger Blood fiasco. And how long did that last? A couple of weeks. So, you better tune in to the Kwame thing now, because I don't know when this is going to come crashing down. But It's very entertaining. It doesn't matter who Kwame Brown is. Forget who Kwame Brown is. Just just go to YouTube and type in Kwame Brown. The name of his channel is The Bus Life, Kwame Brown. But just the videos are amazing. Amazing. His newest thing now from yesterday is he's not going outside anymore. 2 days ago, on one of his live streams, he opened up like 4 Amazon boxes, and they all had trail cameras in them. And he's like, I got to set these up around the outside of the property. I got to set these up. I don't know who's coming. And then yesterday, he says he's not going outside anymore. Kwame Brown was the #1 draft pick about 20 years ago. He was the first draft pick Michael Jordan ever made when he became owner or whatever he was of the Washington Wizards. He was the first 17-year-old drafted by the NBA. He was drafted right out of high school at the age of 17. He was almost 7 feet tall already and 300 pounds or whatever. And he was in the league for, I think he was in the NBA for about 10 years, but he never came close to living up to a #1 draft pick. He got overwhelmed early on in his career. The hype, the media attention. I think a lot of players, especially, he was a post player, center or whatever. And I think a lot of people in the NBA didn't like the idea of some 17-year-old kid getting all this attention, and they made his life miserable in the NBA his first few years, and it ruined him. They bullied him. And I don't mean bullied him like called him names. I mean they stayed on his ass in the game. I mean they fouled him constantly. They were all over him, and it kind of just ruined him. I think he then spent some time with the Lakers or whatever. It would have been. We'll ask Bad Dog about it tomorrow, but of course he's the Laker dog too, also. And so over the last 20 years, anytime there's been a conversation about the biggest bust, he's one of the names that always gets brought up. But for whatever reason, a couple of weeks ago, he had enough. He had enough, and he just started doing these live streams where he just goes nuts on people like Stephen A. Smith and Matt Barnes and Rachel Nichols. Charlemagne the God, y'all know him. Y'all know that show, The Breakfast Club? Something tells me probably a lot of you don't, which is fine. But anyway, I guess a lot of people just started talking about him again recently for whatever reason, I don't know, and he just has snapped now. And anyway, it's amazing. I would suggest you check it out on your downtime. That would be my suggestion to you. You know how when the morning show ends, normally you just go to the Uncle Lou channel and start watching old videos all day? Instead of doing that today, when the morning show ends, watch just some Kwame Brown live streams from the... Now, his channel's been up for a long time, so when you find his channel, make sure you click the video tab and watch some of the recent ones, because that's when he's going insane, like what we're talking about now, is everything posted in the last couple of weeks. His channel is older than that, but I don't know what's on there. I don't know what he was doing 6 months or a year ago or whatever. But right now, he's just, every single day, he's 2 or 3 live streams just going ham. Yesterday, he had like a 1-hour live stream of himself playing Connect 4. It was like a 1-hour live stream yesterday of himself playing Connect 4 while he just talked shit about someone for an hour. I don't know who the someone was. I don't know who it was. Doesn't matter. You don't have to know anything. Forget everything I just said about Kwame Brown. You don't have to know anything about Kwame Brown. Just watch one of his live streams from the last 2 weeks. You will be entertained. You don't have to know who he is at all. 706-786-4481. 706-786-4481. Anyone can call in. I don't care. Just remember when you call in, I have a question for you. If you want to ask me who's winning the 2025 walk-on bowl, that's fine. You can ask me that, but I have a question for you too. So, yeah, that's just what it is. How is EDP still allowed to make videos? Where's he making videos at? His YouTube channels got shut down. His Facebook page got shut down. Unless he started a new one somewhere that I don't know about. But I don't know anything about him still being able to create. I mean, he can create videos. I don't know where he's going to be posting them at, though. If he did create another YouTube channel, it'll be shut down within a week. Same thing with Facebook. The trolls are on his ass now. I mean, it's over for him. His YouTube channel got shut down 2 weeks ago, and so he started putting videos up on his Facebook page, and then his Facebook page got shut down. So, I don't know where he's going to migrate to make OnlyFans, maybe. That might be his only option at this point, OnlyFans. Yeah, that's okay, Vic. Yeah, good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Tennessee is a dead program.
Yes.
Why is that?
Facts.
Sir?
Why?
Why do they suck?
Why is it a dead?
Yeah.
How much time do you have? 10 minutes? I mean,
all the time. All the time you need.
Okay. Well, they've had 6 coaches. They've had 6 coaches in the last 13 years. That's an average of one. That's an average of one new coach every 2 years. You cannot win that way. They can't recruit. That's number 2. They're in a division with one of the best programs in America, so they're already fighting uphill. And as far as currently, half their team is in the portal. Their best player on defense currently plays for Alabama. Their best player on offense currently plays for Oklahoma. So there's just the list of why is Tennessee a dead program. I mean, this list is just a mile long. Their 3 biggest rivals are Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. They play those 3 teams every single year. They're 3 and 30. 3 and 30 in those games in the last 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even close to mattering right now. Now,
I know.
Any team in America is never more than 3 years away from being good, if things go right. I mean, you could take the sorriest team in America. If they get a good coach and 3 good recruiting classes, they'll be a top 15 team. So I don't know what's going to happen to Tennessee in the year 2032 or anything like that, but they're not going to be any good this year, and they're not going to be any good next year. That I can tell you. If Josh Heupel ends up being a really good coach and gets a couple of good recruiting classes and gets a couple of good players in key positions, maybe Tennessee fields a good team in 2023. But it won't be 2021 and it won't be 2022. And that's not trash talk. That's just real talk.
Right.
They don't have any. Let me ask you, who's the best player on Tennessee's team? Are there any?
I don't know.
In fact, I'll put that to the comment section too. And I'm not even trash talking. I'm talking about this year. Last year it was Henry Toto what rides in the basket on Wizard of Oz. Who is their best player in 2021? That's what I want to know. Then I want to know, okay, who's the second best player then? Because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to say Harrison Bailey. If Harrison Bailey's their best, if they're counting on Harrison Bailey to be their best player, okay. Good luck with that. Someone said Will Albright. I think he's a long snapper. I mean, this is kind of what I'm saying. Alante Taylor. D4 says Alante Taylor. Now, he's a college football encyclopedia who swallowed a computer chip. The average nitwit like me has never heard of Alante Taylor. So if that's their best player, again, not a good sign. Not a good sign. I could name some good players on Tennessee's team last year heading into the season. Everybody could. Henry Toto. 2 of their running backs. Trey Smith on the offensive line. They had some good players. I can't name a good player on Tennessee's team right now. I can't name a. That doesn't mean they won't have one. You know, we'll see what Josh Heupel can do with that offense. But all that's to be determined. I can't name a good player on Tennessee's team right now. I can't. I would have talked about their 2 running backs this offseason. They both left. I would have talked about Henry Toto, what rides in the basket on Wizard of Oz. He left.
Yeah.
I don't know who to talk. You know, when I do these prediction videos, I tell people all the time, it might seem like I just start recording and blabber for 20 minutes and that's it. I believe it or not, I do actually do about an hour's worth of research before I do those prediction videos. I will have to do that for Tennessee without a doubt, or I won't know what to talk about. I won't know what players to mention as possible impact players. I won't know what players to mention as best on offense, best on defense. I can't tell you right now what Tennessee's best position group is on either side of the ball. I have no idea. Last year I wasn't that high on Tennessee, but I said they might have one of the best offensive lines in the SEC. Probably not the best, but they'll have a top 3 offensive line. I mean, they had some good players on that offense. They had 3 5-stars. Cade Mays got cleared. They had Trey Smith. So, and then when you looked at their defense, there was players you could name over there and talk about, and you say, well, the linebackers might be good. I don't know where you start to talk about Tennessee this year. I honestly don't know. And it's not, again, that's not me trash talking. I don't know where you would say, well, the strength. Well, in other words, what is the strength of Tennessee heading into 2021? What's their strength? I have no idea. The strength is that Pruitt ain't there. That's honestly the best thing about them. Is that Pruitt ain't there, and Fulmer, because Pruitt was Fulmer's boy. Other than that, I wouldn't know where to start talking about Tennessee. I really wouldn't. LW, thank you for the super chat. It says, if there's any league to be a bust in, it's the NBA. 60 mil. Yeah. Kwame Brown, world's biggest bust. Still not hurting for money 20 years later. Anyway, what's up, Ballard?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just wanted to get some Tennessee talk in. What a disgraceful program. Thanks for letting me on. I'll see you tomorrow for the morning show, I guess.
Okay, Ballard. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Speaking of a disgrace, Tender Ballard update tomorrow. And what we're going to do is last week we had Chess Hall give him some advice on how to improve his success rate on the Tinder account. Tomorrow, we're going to have Bad Dog give Ballard some advice on how to treat whatever woman he ends up meeting off of Tinder. Bad Dog happily married for a long time. Long time. So he'll give Ballard some relationship advice for when he actually meets that special someone.
Hang up.
Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou, though.
Uncle Lou, what's up? It's C-Dog.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, I got sent out today on a 20-minute drive, so
lucky
I'm
you.
like, hey. Yeah, like right as you said to call in, so I'm like, what's up?
Yeah. Have they told you yet if they're going to make you work this the whole weekend, or are they going to give you the weekend off?
I don't find that out until that's the thing, man. I don't find that out until like Friday afternoon.
That's terrible, man.
I don't find out what time.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't find out what time I'm working until it's time to go each day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going into work any given morning, I don't know if I'm doing a 10-hour day today or a 12. I don't know.
Wow.
It's kind of frustrating too.
Yeah, they need to develop an understanding about how busy and important you are outside of that job. And they need to, if they want to work you 12 hours, great, but they need to tell you ahead of time so you can plan appropriately. You've got things to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you should have seen it when I asked off for the Slav Olympics.
Were you honest with them?
Yes, I was.
Oh, God.
I was like,
did they look at you like something was? They had to have looked at you like something was wrong.
Oh yeah, I was like, man.
You didn't show them your costume, did you?
I'm gonna be honest. No, I didn't. I kind of keep it separate, but they did find my training video where I was jerking off the
Oh no.
shake weight.
Oh, that's great.
So that got around.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Where they send you to? They're not sending you on some kind of a coffee run, are they? That's unacceptable.
I'm going to somewhere called, what's it called? It's called Owl Barn.
Oh, okay.
It's a wood. I'm going to pick up wood, I guess.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I actually have my brother here. He's what?
Oh, I didn't even know you had is it younger or older?
Younger. He's the one. He went to the same high school as Justin Fields.
Oh, okay.
So he's friends with Justin Fields on Snapchat. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. They don't send nudes back and forth, do they? I thought that was the only thing Snapchat was for. I thought that was the only thing Snapchat was for, was sending nudes, because doesn't the picture automatically disintegrate like a Mission Impossible tape or something?
Well, nowadays, it used to, that was a thing, but nowadays you can make it like unlimited time limit.
Oh.
So, Snapchat's pretty good for group chats too. I have a couple group chats on Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
With my friends in it. We don't send nudes or nothing.
Well, that's good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Free advice though. Free advice to anyone that might be listening. Nothing wrong with sending nudes, but if you're one of these people that's running around out here sending nudes with your face in it, you're a moron. Stop including your face in your nudes. If your face isn't in there, you can always deny it when the picture gets out, and it's gonna get out. So quit sending your face with the nude. When someone asks you for a nude, they don't give a fuck what your face looks like anyway. So quit with that. These people, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
I'll tell you.
They're going to learn the hard way.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, I hope you get some time off this weekend, man, or something. I mean, you going to be able to cook some red meat at least, or what? You got to cook red meat. It's Memorial Day.
What's this weekend?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, that's right. Well, I know for sure I have Memorial Day off.
Right.
So, that's good. And if I do have to work that day, I get double time. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I do. It's nice because it is a union gig. So if we work the business day before and the business day after, we get paid for an 8-hour day that day.
Oh.
On a holiday.
I might have asked you this before, but is the gig that you have, is it a union job?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You probably get treated pretty well then, as far as that kind of stuff goes, because you're under a contract there. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I just wish they cared a little bit more about my YouTube career.
Yeah, they really. Yeah. I mean, of course, having me call them is always an option, but that's up to you. You'll have to, you have to make sure you're prepared to go full time on YouTube if you ever have me call your job, though. So you might want to wait maybe 6 months at least on that.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, before I let you go, I forgot to ask Ballard, but I do have a question for people that call in. I'll come up with a different question for everybody, maybe. But my question for you is, what happened to that show called Nightcap?
Oh, hell. Didn't you already make a stinger out of this, of me explaining it?
No. That was you explaining what happened to Morning Wood. Now I want to know what happened to Nightcap.
Well, what happened to Nightcap? I reckon they just changed its name again.
Oh, so there is no more Nightcap?
No.
Okay.
No, just a different name.
Gotcha. All right, Sea-Dog. Well, hope you have a good day at work, sir. I hope you do get some time off this weekend. Thanks for calling in. Have a good morning.
Absolutely. See you Monday.
Yes, sir. Sea-Dog checking in. He'll be on Monday, Memorial Day. I have a couple people ask if we're going to do the show on Monday. Yes. I don't do anything. Thanksgiving and Christmas, I wouldn't do a show if that fell on a day, but I like to do like the Memorial Day, the Labor Day. A lot of people are off those days that don't normally get to tune in to the morning show, so I like to try to do the morning show on some of those holidays when I can. So I will be doing the show this coming Monday for sure. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
What's up, Lou? It's Corey from your nighttime show, buddy.
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
So you have a question for me, I understand.
Yeah, let me think of a good one. Oh, I got one. What happened in that show, Nightcap?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one. I really don't have a great answer for that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That is a great answer, actually. What's on your mind this morning?
You just had Ballard on there, and I just want to commend you for this whole tender idea. That has been a hit from day one. I do have some advice for Ballard. I know he's kind of new to the area that he's in now. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with wherever your nearest free clinic is. You will be visiting there soon enough, I can assure you. On your advice on the sending your face in with your nudes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually sitting here with Miss Mullen, Miss Megan, and she said, now he tells me. So information that could have been useful yesterday.
Let me a brief story here to prove my point. The other day when I did that music stream or whatever, at the end we were playing strip club songs, and I started putting videos up like of twerk competitions and whatever I could find on YouTube to play while we were playing the strip club songs. And in one of the videos that I was playing, there was a hostess. She wasn't a contestant in whatever the contest was, a bikini contest or twerk or whatever, but she was the hostess. And I thought the hostess looked kind of familiar, but I couldn't tell for sure. And she had a dress on. Then she turned around, and I said, "Oh, that's Alexis Texas." So I didn't even, no one cares what your face looks like, lady. Quit putting it in your nudes. You're just asking for trouble. We're not even looking at your, we're not looking at your face. Thanks for the nude. You got amazing eyes. I mean, who would do that? But yeah, she turned around and I said, oh, yeah, I know who that is. Whee!
You were just talking about Tennessee, and I don't disagree with anything you said, but I think Lost Aggie in the comment section, he asked who's got a tougher hill to climb, South Carolina or Tennessee. And according to everything you just said, you probably feel like Tennessee. But the only pushback I would have on that is at least Tennessee has a history of good football programs.
Well, if you had to ask me right now,
got garbage.
Who would win the SEC first between Tennessee and South Carolina, I would pick Tennessee.
Right.
Now, obviously, I don't think either are winning the SEC anytime in the next 3 or 4 years, and it's hard to project out further than that. I mean, I guess we have a pretty good idea that Vandy's not winning the SEC in the next 5 or 6 years. But again, you get the right coach and a couple of good classes, things can turn around quickly. So the odds of that happening at Vandy aren't good, but it could. And, Tennessee and South Carolina, they don't have a lot of talent there. Brand new coaches there again. So they're, nothing in the next 3 or 4 years for those schools. But outside of that, it gets harder to predict.
Right. And even now more so than ever, because all it takes is the right QB and a couple of good receivers, and you got yourself a team with the way offense is played now.
Look at Ole Miss. They couldn't win a game in 2019. Lane Kiffin comes in, no offense. No off season, no spring practice. Can't even install the full playbook. And not that they had a bunch of wins, but look what their offense was able to do for them. They were in that game with Alabama with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They scored. Were down by one. They were down. They scored a touchdown. That put them down by 1 touchdown. They attempted an onside kick, If they would have got that, they would have scored. They scored every time they got the friggin' ball, but they didn't get it. Alabama got it, went down and scored again and won by 14. But so I'm not trying to convince anybody Ole Miss is a great team, but to your point, you know, if you get a good offensive staff, a good quarterback, and a couple of good wide receivers, you're going to score 40 points even on the good defenses. So yeah, you know, you're right.
Yeah, it's so different now than it was just 10 years ago. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, hey, I enjoyed the show, man. I got to let you run.
All right, Coy. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Good to hear from you.
See you.
So far, this is going pretty good. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Lou, sir. How are you?
Slim Shady Canes, my man. What's up, buddy? You on the road?
Oh, yeah. I'm headed to old Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, my God. Well, thoughts and thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I've already had to turn off my CB because I can hear the wool tide and 18 titles from here, and I'm still over 100 miles from the state line.
Right. Yeah. Not good.
Terrible. Just terrible. So did you have a question for me as well?
Yeah, let me see if I can come up with a good one. I could ask something about I could tee you up and ask you something about Alabama. Oh, no, I got one. Do you have any idea whatever happened in that show called Nightcap?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, great.
And to the best of my knowledge, it's still going strong.
Oh, yeah, you're out of the loop then. There is no more Nightcap.
Oh, well, I guess I'm out of the loop then. I'm not one of the cool kids.
Yeah, there is no more Nightcap. That I know. I just don't know why.
Well, this is a mystery wrapped in a riddle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, what now, are you dropping something off in Mobile or picking it up?
I'm dropping off.
And do you get to head home after that, or you got somewhere else you got to go?
No, I'll be back home before lunchtime tomorrow.
Yes. Are you off then through the holiday weekend?
The weekend, I'm fairly certain, because if they can help it, they don't want anybody on the road during the weekend because, say, for instance, if somebody breaks down, it's going to cost them 3 times as much to get somebody out there.
Yeah. Plus, there's a lot more traffic on the roads on a holiday weekend like that than normal.
Yeah.
People traveling and whatnot.
I'm kind of glad I'm not going to be where I just left. I got out of Padre Island yesterday.
Oh, okay. Padre Island. Oh, that's in Texas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right outside of Corpus Christi.
Oh, way down south, right? In Texas?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Nice, though. I got to park basically on the beach.
Have you ever been to any of the like big touristy cities in Texas, like like Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, anything like that?
To get where I went, I have to drive right through Houston, and there's also there's a lot of refineries right outside of Houston that we go to a lot in Texas City, Texas.
I've never really been anywhere in Texas. When I was in New Orleans 15 years ago now, I drove into Texas and then turned right around and drove back into Louisiana just to say I'd been to Texas. So I've never really been to Texas. But I think if I could go to one place in Texas, it would be San Antonio. I hear San Antonio is really nice. Like they have like some kind of a Riverwalk area there that's real popular or something. I hear a lot of good things about San Antonio. I don't know if I have any interest in going to Dallas or Houston or whatever the other like touristy places would be, but I heard San Antonio is nice.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. I mean, if you ask Charles Barkley, that's not a river walk, it's a dirty creek. But
Yeah.
But my aunt is fond of Austin because she was born and raised about 40 miles from there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and that's where University of Texas is, isn't it? In Austin? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah. Judge Juno says, I thought nightcap was sex after a date. Well, that definitely hasn't been canceled. That definitely still exists. I mean, I can go ahead and confirm that right now.
Well, that's also dependent on who you ask now. I mean, if you ask other people, they may call it something else. Some of it not repeatable in high-class company as
Right.
we have here.
Right. Yeah, right. Bunch of scholars and gentlemen hanging out here this morning. Let's try to keep everything as uppity as possible. You have to wear a coat and tie just to watch this show. That's how high class we are.
A top hat and a monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be everybody's uniform for the Slav Olympics. Everybody must show up in evening gown and or tuxedo.
Yeah, like the Abraham Lincoln get up with the tails on the jacket and the top hat, and see if I can't get a hold of a nice cane. A cane would be strong, wouldn't it?
And then we can get Celine up on a balcony, whining and complaining like those old guys from the Muppets.
Yes. Yes. Who would be good to put up there? Celine Driver, Jeff Webster. Who are some other great complainers? Those two would be the ringleaders, though, for sure.
Stick George right in the middle of them.
George, yes. God, that would be great.
Add a little bit of the ridiculous to the sublime.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Sleeta. Yep, we'll put Sleeta up there. That's a good one, Joseph. Yeah, Sleeta, George, Jeff Webster, and Celine Driver. It sounds like the beginning of a joke. Okay, so Celine Driver, Sleeta, Jeff Webster, and George walk into a bar. That's
not
funny.
even sure if I want to know where that joke would go.
Oh, God, there's the possibilities are endless there.
Oh, they really are.
Yeah. All right, Slim. Be careful on the road, buddy. The phone lines are backed up. I'm gonna see what everybody's got to say this morning. But be careful out there and enjoy your holiday weekend. I hope you get some time off, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Slim Shady Canes checking in. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Good morning, but you're on the morning shoe.
Hey, Lou, it's Nate the Great. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, Nate. How are you?
Pretty great. Hey, I want to talk about the river walk that if you wanted to go there in San Antonio, that you were talking about with some shaking a little bit ago. I've been there a bunch of times, and it's pretty fun actually. They have all sorts of restaurants around the river walk, and I actually loved it. It's like a buffet. Well, not buffet, but like a buffet of restaurant and stores.
Yeah, I know several people have been there, and they said it's really nice down there.
Right. I've been, it's pretty fun, Lou. I just want to talk about that because just reminded if you go.
What?
I just want to talk to you about that. If you were to go with your son or something like that. So I was making you some tips on where you want to go in Riverwalk. So yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Nate. I'm going to go ahead and write those down. And thanks for calling in this morning. Before you go, do you know what happened to Nightcap? I'll take that as a no. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Hey, Uncle Lou. It's the Queen of Trenches.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. It's another day at work. I just had some questions for you on the talent show.
All right. We're going to have to make this a quick call because it sounds like you're inside of a blender.
Give me 1 second. I can fix that. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. On the talent show, is there a limit to the talent?
No, it just has to. I mean, I have to be able to show it on YouTube. I'm sure your penis is a foot long and you can do amazing things with it, but I can't show that on YouTube. So as long as it's YouTube friendly, yes.
No, that's cool. I'm just wondering if I did like a compilation and send it in. That's good.
Oh yeah, literally anything that you record yourself doing, I will put up it's not my job to decide how talented it is or if it's even a talent at all. If you send it into the talent show, I'm playing it on the talent show, period. Well, we had some things last year that were amazing and also debatable as to whether they were a talent or not. Again, any video that gets sent in is getting played, period.
Oh, yeah, the last year one was great.
Yeah. I mean, we had a guy last year that put a spiral notebook in his lap and tapped on it, and that was his talent. So literally anything will get played.
All right, man. I just want to say good morning and get some information on the talent show.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Y'all get your entries sent in. The more, the merrier. Remember, it's the off season. It's the off season. We are looking to kill time in as many ways as possible. One of the ways to do that is to spend 3 weeks or so with a talent show in June. If 5 videos get sent in, well, that'll kill a couple of days, but that's about it. If we get 20 or so like we did last year, that'd be great. We can do that for 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I can string that out for 2 or 3 weeks. If we get 25 or 30 sent in, hell, we'll do it the entire month of June. And by the time the talent show's over, it'll be July 4th, and we'll be 60 days from kickoff. Facts. So send your videos in. Plus, you might win some money. Whether the video is good or bad, you might win something. We're giving away $200, and then whoever comes in last place is going to get something too. Last year, last place got a T-shirt. It'll probably be something similar to that again. But get the videos sent in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last June was the most fun I've ever had on this morning show with that talent show. It was so much fun. And so now last year I had no expectations for the talent show because we'd never done it before. I didn't know how many people were going to send something in. I didn't know how it was going to go or whatever. And it ended up being great. So this year I have high expectations. So I hope we're able to live up to them. Hope we're able to live up to them. Good morning. You're on the morning shoe.
Good morning, Uncle Lou.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, ma'am?
This is Friction Vixen.
Oh, Friction Vixen. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. You keeping that knucklehead in line up there?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was calling about. How can we get something going at the Slav Olympics for wheelchair boxing?
Yeah, this seems to be a popular topic the last couple of weeks. Now, as far as I can tell, all we need to get something going for the wheelchair boxing is one extra wheelchair. You know, because
putting somebody else in that chair.
Right, because I mean, we can watch we can watch Traction Jackson and VicTube duke it out all day long, and I don't have a problem with that. But if we have a third chair, then everyone can sit in the chair and get punched in the face a few times. And we could even get some of those. You know what we would get? We would get some of those over. Have you seen the inflatable boxing gloves that are? I mean, they're the size of a beach ball. That's what we'll do.
Yes, they like blow up.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll buy a bunch of those, and we'll do wheelchair boxing. That would be great. So, a vodka drinker has an amazing idea too: wheelchair jousting. I mean,
yeah.
This is great.
Is that for manual or power chairs?
All chairs are powered.
Is that basically going to be a runner behind that person?
Yeah, see, all chairs are powered. Some are powered electrically. Some are powered by a human being behind it, pushing it. That's called horsepower, human being power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Jackson's got plenty of horsepower, but I think he needs to blow off some steam, and being in my position, I can't duke it out with him. But if somebody else is in a wheelchair, they can.
Yeah, if we're gonna do wheelchair boxing, I have a pretty good idea. There's a lot of people that might show up that otherwise wouldn't, because there might be a long line there to punch me in the face.
Yeah, actually, Traction Jackson said that if you wanted to fight him, that he'd take you from the chair. He said you seem like a fun fight.
I might end up permanently in that chair.
Yeah, let's try not to go there.
Yeah.
But seriously, though, let's try and get something going for it, because he's dead serious.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't get some of those huge inflatable gloves and come up with a way to judge the fight, however that is. I guess you lose when you get knocked out of your chair. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how serious we're trying to get here, but I don't know. But or is it judged by somebody on a point system?
The first one that calls mercy.
Oh yeah, okay, we can do that. The white flag rule, that'll be just fine too. It can be like Rocky.
Or if somebody
Rocky
just
4.
physically looks down, then
Yeah.
we'll call that a loss.
Right. If you become unconscious or unable to defend yourself or whatever the case, yeah, well, I don't see why we can't do that.
Yeah, let's get it going then.
Yeah, I'll have my lawyer, Chess Hall, draw up some waiver forms for everyone to sign.
Absolutely. We don't want anybody getting sued.
Yeah, should be great. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you don't have any idea what happened to Nightcap, do you?
No.
Okay,
That's like, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel or something? That was like the background clips of the night shows.
Well, it's a far cry from Jimmy Kimmel. That much I can tell you. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at a loss on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck figuring it out, though.
Yeah, I know. Lord knows I'm trying. All right, Friction Vixen, thank you. This is your first time calling in, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, this was great. What are y'all doing anything
I'll
for
call
Memorial
in
Day?
at a later time, and we can talk about, when I worked at Texas strip clubs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Another time.
We need to schedule you on. You can be a guest for the whole damn 2 hours one morning, and yeah, that would be great. Email me. We need to set that up for real. That would be a lot of fun.
I will definitely email you.
Yeah. What are y'all doing for the weekend? Y'all got anything? Y'all gonna cook some red meat, or what's the plan for the Memorial Day weekend?
My best friend called me last night and said that she wants me to go check out a pontoon with her, so I might be moving a pontoon for her boat.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Let's try and get out there fishing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind riding in a pontoon, but I would want it to already be moved to wherever it's supposed to be by the time I got there.
Well, heck, technically it's on like a pony. I'm just going to tell them, hey, we need to take it for a spin first.
Right. Got to test it out. Test drive. That sounds like the right thing to do. All right. Well, tell him I said hello and good morning. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Thank you for calling in, and email me. We'll set something up for whatever day works for you. I would love to do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Sounds good. I'll email you.
All right. Thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bye. Friction Vixen calling in for the first time. Now, she was at the Slob Olympics. Yeah, that's right. That's right. She was at the Slob Olympics. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. And she has work experience at a strip club. Got to get her on immediately or sooner if we can. Whatever show works for her, the morning show or hell, Lunch Money, whatever. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Hey, what's up, Lou? This is Vic Tube.
Vic Tube, what's up, buddy?
Yes, anyway, yes, first I wanted to ask you, yes, so we didn't do, my mood on, today because I thought, my bad dog was going to be on.
Yeah, he canceled. He had to cancel last night. He's coming on tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he messaged me last night.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I kind of needed a break anyway. Yeah,
well, you know, Vic, and I told you, Vic, I love having you on every Thursday, but I don't want you to feel like you have to come on every Thursday. So you let me know anytime you from the beginning I said it's up to you how often you do it, So you let me know when you don't want to come on. It ain't no big deal.
Okay.
I mean, there ain't but so many conspiracies,
Right.
Well, since we have you on, are there any conspiracies about what happened to Nightcap?
Well, what I heard is that they were alternating between Nightcap and Amped Up.
Right, but that's just
one
not.
Week they were gonna do
But that's just not true,
Amped
though.
Up
Unfortunately.
And then the next week.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's just not
okay,
true.
Well,
that's just not
right,
true.
Well, that's what I heard last time.
Right.
Yes. So no, I don't know. So no, I don't know what happened at Nightcap.
All I know is that there is no more Nightcap. It's not on some kind of alternating deal. I just don't know why.
Okay. Okay.
But
right. Well, that was the latest information that I had.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that they.
I would suggest maybe you look into some information that came out yesterday. I don't know. Maybe there'll be some answers there.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be some answers there. I'm just trying to steer you in the right direction,
Okay.
All right. VicTube, thank you for calling in.
Oh wait, what's your question for me?
I just asked you conspiracy theories about Nightcap.
Yeah. Okay. You just asked me. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yes, I had to. I had to go ahead and ask you. So that's what I did.
Nightcap got horrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. It was Captain Trips.
Oh, Captain Trips. Nightcap got horrible reviews on Rotten Tomato. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, VicTube. Enjoy your weekend, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
All right. We'll talk to you later. VicTube checking in on the morning shoe. Our regular Thursday guest. I bumped him off the show today because we were going to have Bad Dog on. Bad Dog works like 100 hours a week because he has a regular job that he works at 50 hours a week, and then you guys see what he does on YouTube. So he can't come on very often. So when he asks for a specific day, I try to, I try to get him on. But something came up, and he texted me last night and has to move it to tomorrow, which is fine. because we're going to have Bad Dog come on tomorrow. Last week, Chess Hall came on for Tinder Ballard and gave Ballard advice on his Tinder account, how to word the bio, how to adjust the bio, what types of pictures to put up, that kind of thing. Because Chess Hall, of course, is the Tinder champion of the galaxy. The guy's undefeated on Tinder. He's batting 1,000. And that doesn't appear to be changing anytime soon either. As we all became aware last week, Chess Hall still has a Tinder account for some particular reason or another. I think he said it was for research purposes. But anyway, Bad Dog's going to come on tomorrow and give advice to Ballard on what to do after he procures himself a woman from Tinder. How should he treat her? That kind of thing. Of course, Bad Dog, an amazing family man. And I can't think of anybody better to give Ballard some advice in that arena than our boy, Bad Dog Sports. So that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. Why? Because we have to. And we're going to. Mike Reiser, thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning, sir. He says, what's the difference between football and shit? Pitt doesn't like football. Hashtag 2 10-win seasons since 1981. What's the difference between football and shit? Pitt doesn't like football. Oh, so they do like shit. I see what you're saying. What's the difference between football and shit? Pitt doesn't like football. Is that true? They've only had 2 10-win seasons since 1981? Wow. Yikes. You're really going to rile up all these Pitt fans around here with comments like that. That's the last thing you need. All these Pitt fans we have in the comment section coming after you. No one wants that. Talk about a headache. Talk about a headache. Good morning, you're on with Uncle Lou.
Good morning, Uncle Lou. TikTok Chess Hall here. How you doing, buddy?
TikTok Chess Hall. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great, actually. Had a good day yesterday. And good morning so far.
Now, someone told me that while Celine Driver was doing his weekly live stream, which takes place every Wednesday at 3 p.m., which, by the way, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, is Celine Driver's Wednesday show at 3 p.m. That thing's been on a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A long time. That might be the third longest running show. No. Anyway, it's been on a long time. Someone told me that when he did his 3 o'clock stream yesterday, you decided to go ahead and do a live stream at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I did I was riding in the car with my girlfriend. We went to go to, we went to the racetrack to get her a free drink, and we went to Starbucks.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
That's good. How'd that go?
Yesterday was.
Do you drink Starbucks too?
Yesterday was her day.
Do you drink Starbucks?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
She had some kind of coupon or something on her phone for a free drink.
Yeah, if you have the Starbucks card or rewards card or whatever it is, you get a free drink on your birthday. So do you not drink? I don't remember. Do you not drink coffee at all, or is it specifically Starbucks that you have an issue with?
I don't drink coffee at all.
Okay. Is it because you don't like it, or is there some other reason?
It makes me too jittery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
Now, I'll be honest with you. Now, a couple of years ago, I used to drink coffee. A couple of years ago, I would drink the. I don't know if you count this as coffee or not, but I don't know if have you ever had a pumpkin spice latte?
From Starbucks?
You probably have.
No. I know what they are, but
yeah.
no, I don't, because I haven't ever had one, but I know what they are, and I know they're real popular during the fall.
Yeah, I used to drink those, but since then I'm not a coffee guy.
Well, when I go to, I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've gone to Starbucks and said, "Can I have a coffee?" I get a white chocolate mocha from there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a latte, a cappuccino, a frappuccino. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. You would like it.
Yeah, I don't.
You would like that.
Yeah, maybe. There's one thing. There's like one thing that pisses me off about Starbucks is why on their drinks can't they just say small, medium, or large? Why does the large have to be a venti? I don't get that.
I don't either.
That pisses me off.
I've heard somebody talk about that before. It doesn't make any sense. I don't speak whatever language that is, so I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like I don't mind places. I don't mind places whose menus is in a foreign language. Like if you go to the Mexican restaurant or whatever, or the Japanese or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mind that the stuff is in that native language, but you need to then also have, at least in parentheses, the English for it. So average idiots like me know what I'm ordering. And for whatever reason, Starbucks doesn't feel the need to do that. They just put venti and whatever else they put on there. And like you, I don't know what that is. And that is frustrating. That is aggravating. And plus, I normally go through the drive-through, especially lately. Are any of the Starbucks even open anymore on the inside? I don't think there's a single Starbucks in Augusta that's open on the inside. They've been drive-through only ever since the Corona. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't go to Starbucks very often. Maybe a couple of times a month, maybe. And I normally go through the drive-through anyway, even before Corona. And the reason is I don't have one of those over-the-shoulder bags, man bags. You know what I'm talking about? Like a lot of times they'll be like brown leather or something. And I guess people have their laptop in there and a newspaper. I don't have that.
Yeah.
And so anytime I go into Starbucks, I feel extremely out of place. And so I don't even like, I don't like going in. If I go through the drive-through, then they don't know. Maybe I have one of those bags in the back seat and they can't see it. Maybe it's in my trunk. But when I go in, it's like they look at me like, look at this guy. This guy doesn't have a purse. He doesn't have a man bag. He doesn't have a laptop bag. He doesn't have a newspaper. What is he doing in here? And it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I just go through the drive-through anyway.
I get what you're saying. I hate. I remember when I've been in there a couple of times, and people in front of me order a drink I've never heard of. Like, let me get a double espresso shot of this and that. I'm like,
yeah.
What language are you speaking? I have no idea.
Like I told you, I like the white chocolate mocha. That's the only thing I know how to order there, and I had to get someone to explain that to me. So now when I go, I don't look like an idiot as long as that's what I order. If I try to order anything else, I sound like this guy.
You big dummy.
But the white chocolate mochas are good, yeah, and they'll put whipped cream on top if you want them to or not. Either way, I get it without, but they're really good. You would like it. It's a chocolatey flavored type of whatever. Like I said, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's coffee. I don't know. Coffee, latte. Like I said, I don't even know. I don't know the difference. What's the difference between a latte, a cappuccino, a frappuccino? I have no clue. I have absolutely no idea. And keep in mind, I have a cappuccino / latte / frappuccino maker at home.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do. I forgot.
It steams the milk. It's a complicated piece of machinery. It steams the milk. It puts the milk in the cup, and then it runs the espresso. Oh, that's the other one, espresso. I don't know the difference. I think espresso is just really strong coffee, but I don't know that. I'm guessing, but I don't know what makes something a latte versus a cappuccino versus. I have no idea. And I have a machine that makes them, and I still don't know. And even on that machine that I have, it'll do like 500 different things. I only know how to do the one thing I want it to do, which is make me a white chocolate mocha. I know how to make it do that. I don't know how to make it do anything else at all. And when I go to Starbucks, I don't know how to order anything else except a white chocolate mocha. And that's same thing every time I go. White chocolate mocha, venti. Okay, great. Pull up this and that, and here's $5, and I'm gone. That's it.
Yeah, Pete brings up an interesting point. He says, "I put whipped cream on titties, not coffee." I agree, Pete. I agree with that. Yeah. I actually had a question for you when I called. I actually had a question for you. If that's okay.
Well, since we have you on, since we have you on though, let's get back to Pete's comment about the whipped cream.
Okay, go ahead.
Yesterday was Allison's birthday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which I wished her a happy birthday at the beginning of the show. I'm not sure if you or her were in here at the time. So if she wasn't, pass that message along for me. And I said happy late birthday. I didn't have a stream yesterday, so I wanted to tell her that today.
She's watching.
Okay. Any whipped cream involved in that?
No. I can tell you how the whole day went yesterday if you want to know. But,
no, if there was no whipped cream involved, then we're not really interested.
Okay, no. Okay.
I've done the whipped cream thing before. Have you?
Yes, I have.
It is fun to do. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I would suggest you. I would suggest you do it at a hotel. Don't do it in your own bed. That would be my number one suggestion to you.
Yeah.
Number two, I don't know. Maybe there's a way. If that stuff gets in you, try to keep it out of your nose, and that's hard to do. You got to think about what you're doing with that whipped cream. It's hard to keep it out of your nose. I think if I ever did that again, I would have to get some kind of a nose plug to keep that whipped cream from getting up in my nose, because for some reason, and I don't know, maybe part of it was mental. You ever been around somebody's chest that throws up or something, and then like 3 hours later, you think you can still smell it? You probably can't. Yes. You probably can't really smell it, but it's your mind messing with you. 2 or 3 days later, 2 or 3 days later, I was still smelling that, and it was like rotten milk by that point. And I don't know if it was mental or what. So it was great for it was great, but it has negative side effects. The whipped cream thing. I would have to get some sort of a nose plug, I think, before I dove into that again. So, do you have any advice? You have any advice in that area?
You don't even have to use nose plug. You could use what's it called?
Could you just stuff tissue up your nose, maybe?
I was going to say tampons.
I'm not putting. I'm going to go ahead and say that the majority of people aren't going to be willing to shove a tampon up their nose. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Nosebleed.
Yeah. I've taken toilet paper and balled it up and stuffed it up my nose to stop a nosebleed before. Maybe that's what I would do next time I did the whipped cream thing. Now, a very smart person in the comment section says baby oil is better. I don't know whether it's better or not, because it's not. You're talking about two totally different things there.
It tastes bad.
You're not eating the baby oil. You're not licking it up. Hopefully, but I've done that too. That is fun, and I'll give some of the same advice. Don't do that in your own bed unless you're prepared to buy new sheets. That's all. If you're buying, here's what you do. If you want to do the whipped cream or the baby oil thing at home, wait until you already are planning on getting new sheets and comforters. And then the day before you're throwing the old ones away, go ahead and knock yourself out with the whipped cream and the baby oil at home if you want to. But like I said, you will have to throw those sheets and shit away. You will.
And
it's better to do something like that in a hotel where who cares what happens to the sheets, and you have to do it on your last night there, or you have to request a sheet change the next morning from the staff, and then you have to look at them while they. Well, no, if you request a sheet change in your hotel room, for the next day or something, don't be in the room when they come to change those things out, because it's, you know, they know what you did there, and may find yourself in an uncomfortable situation with the maid lady or whatever, when she's picking up a bunch of empty cans of Ready Whip and balling up your sheets and setting them on fire because there's just no hope of ever cleaning them. So that would be my advice there with that. But both, I recommend both. I recommend both if done properly.
Yes, or I mean, they make, if you like baby oil, they make what is it? Flavored lube. That works good too.
Right.
I'd go with strawberry. It's the best one. So
yeah.
But anyways, you got a question for me, Uncle Lou? I figured you were gonna ask me a question.
Oh.
You've been asking everybody.
Yeah, let's see. You're an expert in so many different areas. What could I ask you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
All right.
You remember that show Morning Wood?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever happened to Nightcap?
Mm-hmm. I think it got canceled.
Oh, why?
Maybe it wasn't working out. Maybe there weren't no viewers or anything like that. I have no idea. Maybe it wasn't getting the views.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know there's no more Nightcap. I don't know why. So,
yeah.
So far, no one knows.
So I don't know. Maybe it could be on Luanon. Maybe that could be one of the.
Yeah, we get Vic to look into that for us.
Anyways.
Mike Vic to look into it.
Anyways, man, good talking to you. Good luck Ballard Friday, and I will see you Monday for the traffic report, my friend.
Sounds good. All right, Chess, enjoy your weekend, buddy. And again, tell Allison we all said happy birthday. Chess Hall checking in.
Yep.
Mrs. TikTok Chess Hall celebrating her birthday yesterday. As far as how old she turned, I have no idea. You know how girls are. You can't ask a girl how old they are. I mean, not for whatever reason. You're better off asking for their social security number. Girls act like their age is some kind of government secret. I don't understand. But what would be more rude? Asking a girl how old she is or asking a girl how much she weighs? Which is more rude? And which one are they least likely to answer? I'm gonna say that I think most girls would rather tell you how old they are than how much they weigh. But those two things right there, trying to get a girl to tell you those two things, forget it. Mostly, and there's exceptions to every rule, and there's a rule for every exception too. But they don't like giving out that information at all. They like to keep you guessing, like you're some kind of carnival barker. Working next to the bearded lady, guessing how tall people are or something. I don't know. But weight would probably be first on the list. They ain't divulging that information. Chess Hall was kind of like that. Remember when he was trying to refuse to weigh in at the Slav Olympics? I'm not weighing in at the Slav Olympics. Not doing it. Of course, I accidentally left a scale at home, so he didn't have to weigh in, but that problem will be solved next March in Pigeon Forge, March 11 through 13, second annual Slav Olympics. Make your plans to attend now. March 11th through 13th, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, second annual Slav Olympics. We will have a weigh-in this time. Friction Vixen says, I'm 32 and I weigh 152. Healthy. Oh, I've seen that happen several times. I remember I was at McDonald's one time, and the guy in front of me in line, I was inside. This was years ago. The guy in front of me that was ordering asked the cashier when she was due, and she wasn't pregnant. And that's very awkward when that happens. I think I turned around and left. I didn't even order. I felt so bad for the girl. Yeah, that can be treacherous, to say the least. extremely treacherous too, and also. Good morning. You're on the morning shoe.
Good morning and such.
TK, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Man, twice in 1 week we get to talk to Tiger Cat on here.
Well,
this is amazing.
I called Tuesday and I thought, well, I better not call Thursday too, because I'd be like hogging the show.
Oh, don't
but
worry.
But then Friction Vixen called. Okay. Well, then Friction Vixen called in, and I thought, two girls on the same show. Have you ever had that happen on any of your shows?
I don't think so. No, not that I can recall, and I'm pretty sure I remember that. Two girls. Well, two girls calling into the same show. No, never had two girls calling into the same show.
Onto the same shoe. Yeah.
Two girls.
Same shoe. LS University.
Right now, two girls. Something else. That's a different conversation for a different day. But no, never two girls same show.
Friction Vixen's awesome. I'm glad she called in.
Yes, yeah, me too. I was pretty sure that was. I hate saying. I fell for that the other day when the Lost Aggie, the guy that came on before you. I was like, "Isn't this your first time calling in?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh," and then I feel bad. And then I tried it again today. I said, "This is the first time you've called in, right?" And it was. So I got it right today. But I hate saying that to people because when I'm wrong, it makes me look bad. But you got to remember however many thousands of people call in a year. It's hard for me to, sometimes I forget. Plus I'm old, and my memory ain't that good. So that's my excuse.
Well, you're younger than me. I'm not afraid to say my age or my weight.
Oh, well, that's up to you. So
I'm 50. I look hot. And I weigh, well, actually, I don't know how much I weigh, but I weigh about 150, I think. And I'm 5'8".
5'8". Shoe size?
Shoe size is 5'7".
What? 5'7" is a shoe size?
Well, yeah.
It is?
Wait a minute. 5'7", yeah. No, wait, hold on.
Isn't shoe size like a 5, a 5.5, a 6, a 6.5?
No, I'm sorry. I'm 5'8". Yeah. My shoe size is 7.
Oh, 7, yes, okay. I'll accept that.
5'7". Oh my God! Yesterday I just had I just had a bad day yesterday, so I'm still kind of recovering.
Right. Well, the good thing
about... But I'm doing good now.
The good thing about having a bad day is that that means the next day is likely to be at least a little bit better.
I hope so.
And that's the thing. The worse of a day you have, the more likely it is that the next day is better. So that's how I look at it.
But I do need to... Actually, I want to lose a little weight, but I don't actually. I'm not going to lose weight. I'm going to lose inches because muscle weighs more than fat. So I'll probably end up weighing the same.
So next time you call in, you'll be 5'5". Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll be 5'8", weigh 150, and have less inches around my waist.
Oh, waist. I got you. Okay.
And more inches on my bootay.
Right. What about your bust? Since we're talking about inches here, what's the Sir Mix-a-Lot thing? 36, 24, 36. Is that anywhere close to being accurate?
Of what I look like now?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what 36, 24, 36 means.
36,
I thought maybe you
24,
would know.
36. 36 is your boob size, like your chest size.
Okay.
24 is your waist, and 36 is your hips.
Gotcha.
Or booty, hips type area.
Well, Sir Mix-a-Lot says that's the perfect proportion. Is that true?
For Barbie, well, not even Barbie dolls. Barbie dolls are skinnier than that.
All
That's
right.
like a Kim Kardashian. Well, no. Kim Kardashian's probably more like 40 2440.
Yeah.
So
you can set a full cup of coffee. You can set a full cup of coffee on the back of Kim Kardashian's ass while she's standing straight up and not spill a drop.
You could set a full meal
Yes.
on Kim Kardashian's ass.
Well, Kim Kardashian's ass is a full meal.
Yes, it's a full meal. Yeah. But I don't want an ass like that.
Right.
I want an ass like Shakira, or, you know, I want to look like Shakira, my body.
Shakira? Who is that?
Shakira.
Oh.
For Americans.
Oh, her hips don't lie. Her hips do not lie.
Her hips don't lie, baby.
Yes.
Her hips don't lie.
That's right.
Shakira is hot.
Yes, that's a fact. Confirmed. Plus, didn't she make out with Jennifer Lopez at the Super Bowl?
No, she didn't make out with her. They just danced and they shook their booties and they looked great. And Jennifer Lopez is older than I am. So, girls, if you're 50 and older, there is hope.
Right. You're just now hitting your prime.
And we know what we're
actually,
doing.
let's be honest. You're hitting your prime right now.
Oh yeah.
If you got on Tinder, you'd shut it down.
I don't get on Tinder. I told you that Tuesday.
You might want to look into it. I don't know. Success rate is pretty high, apparently.
For who? Everybody?
Well, Chess Hall's batting $1 million on there. No.
I won't get into Chess Hall and his Tinder and his research.
Yeah. Yeah, he's researching. That's why he still has a Tinder account, for research purposes.
Yeah. Sure, Chess. Good on.
You think Allison
Don't
bought
get it.
You think Allison bought that, his girlfriend, or do you think after he hung up that day he got an earful?
He bought what? The Tinder?
No, his girlfriend Allison, do you think she bought that story that he's only on Tinder for research purposes? You think she believed that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know her personally, so I don't know. If she does, she needs to unbelieve it. Allison, wake up, honey. Wake up. There's no such thing.
Jeez.
Now you were talking about, you said you had a coffee maker that was like you don't know the difference between frappuccino, cappuccino, mocha, whatever.
No idea.
I'm the same way.
No clue.
Okay. But I thought, like, whenever you had that morning show song and you were making your coffee on the video, I thought it was a Keurig.
Yeah, I have a Keurig to make just a cup of coffee.
Okay, so
yeah, and that's what I use 99 times out of 100. But every once in a while, I'll use the other thing and make. You can do all kinds of crap with that other thing that I have. What you can't do, you can't make a cup of coffee with it though. You can't make a cup of coffee with it. That's impossible.
So did you buy it because you wanted to make one of those things from Starbucks?
I looked up how can I make a white chocolate mocha at home, and I went from there, and that was one of the options. And so I went out and bought that thing. I don't even know what it's called, but in the instruction book looks like an old phone book. So I didn't even bother reading it. I haven't even cracked it open. I went to YouTube. I typed in the name of the thing that I bought, and then white chocolate mocha. And there was a lot of videos on how to make a white chocolate mocha with that exact machine that I had. So I went out and bought the stuff that I needed to make that white chocolate mocha. And that's all I buy for that machine is the stuff that I need. I even buy the exact same white chocolate syrup that Starbucks uses in their store. So it's that, and then it's some kind of, I think it's espresso. Now, I don't know what espresso is, but I think it's espresso grounds that I put into the machine. It's not coffee grounds. Like, I don't just go buy a bag of Folgers and put that in there. It's not that. You have to buy ground espresso. and you put espresso in there. It's got a separate container that you fill up with milk, and then you slide it in there, and then it's got the water container in the back. And so there's a bunch of buttons on there, and I don't know what any of them mean. I just know which buttons I'm supposed to press to make the white chocolate mocha. So I put the espresso grounds in. I feel it heats the milk up. So you can hear something going on in there, and it's heating the milk up. It's steaming the milk. And then it pours the milk into your coffee cup first. Then it runs water through the espresso and puts whatever that is, espresso, I guess, into that steamed milk. And then you add like 2 or 3 pumps of that white chocolate syrup, Starbucks white chocolate syrup. Stir it around, and you're good to go. And it tastes like a white chocolate mocha. It's really good.
So when you made it, you liked it.
Oh yeah, and I've made it a bunch of times because I've had this thing since the beginning of last football season. Yeah, so I mean I've probably used it. I bet I've made 50 white chocolate mochas in the 6 months that I've had it.
Nice.
Yeah. Now that syrup ain't cheap though, and it's hard to find. I've only been able to find it on Amazon, and the price changes every day when you look at it. Now it lasts a long time, but it's like $60 for like a gallon of that syrup. But it lasts a long time, like I said, because you don't use that much syrup, just 2 or 3. It comes with a pump on the top, and it's a gallon. And so 2 or 3 pumps from a gallon lasts you a long time. In fact, in the 6 months I've had that thing, money. I've only bought, it's definitely cheaper than driving to Starbucks and paying $6 for one, for sure. And in the 6 months I've had that thing, I've only had to buy 2 gallons of that syrup. So it lasts a long time.
Well, that's good. And did you like it better than the Starbucks, or did you like the Starbucks better?
I like Starbucks better. It's like I've made Tommy fries at home, you know. They're not as good as how they make them at T-Bones. So some things to me are better when I make them at home, like a steak. I would rather cook a steak at home and eat it than I would to have a steak anywhere I've ever had a steak before. Because I can cook it exactly how I want it. I can season it exactly how I want it. You know, I can control everything about it. But the white chocolate mocha is better at Starbucks. I don't know why. It's probably because they have a much better machine. They're probably using way better espresso grounds or whatever than I'm using, and whatever. I don't know, but it is better at Starbucks. But like if I were to give somebody one of these drinks I make at home, and not tell them what it is,
would love it.
They would say, "Oh, that's a white chocolate mocha from Starbucks." Like it tastes like a white chocolate mocha.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's great, actually. Now,
it's
maybe
9:05.
Do you know the answer about what happened tonight? About what happened to Nightcap?
Well, yesterday I had slept most of the day because I had a really bad day. I mean, it was, as people say, how could you have a bad day if you slept all day? I had a bad day the day before. Okay. Anyway, I saw I have to catch up. I haven't seen, but apparently there was a Nightwood last night, so I don't know. I guess it's Morningwood at night. Or no, wait. Was it a Nightwood or a Morningwood?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Morningwood at night now.
Oh, Morningwood. So Morningwood is back.
But not in the morning.
Morningwood is back, and they're doing it at night. And Nightcap is gone. Okay.
I guess.
Now I
mean,
get it.
I don't know. Like,
now I get it.
I mean, I don't know.
So
I don't know. I haven't.
I've been asking. So I've been asking for 2 weeks what happened to Morningwood. So now they're doing Morningwood again. But now they're not doing Nightcap anymore. I understand now.
Well, I guess so. I haven't been watching much YouTube lately. Now I have been on the morning show. At night, I'm getting sleepy at night, so I haven't been able to stay up late at night anymore. I used to, but not so much anymore. So
right. Between the Trenches says, look up Starbucks secret menu. Captain Crunch coffee is insane. I've never looked up their secret menu, but somehow I watched a video on YouTube one time. This has been a couple of years ago. Apparently, a lot of places have a quote unquote secret menu. Like some mainstream places. Like I think even McDonald's was on there, but it was a video, and there's certain places you can walk into and you can order something that's not on the menu. It's never been on the menu. It's like he's saying, it's a quote unquote secret. And they'll know what you're saying. Now, I've never tried it, but that's interesting, though, because I've heard that about a lot of places, that they have a secret menu, and it's like I don't know if it's an invite-only thing about who knows about these menus or what, or like you're saying, maybe they're online somewhere. But I saw a YouTube video about that one time. Have you ever done that, though, between the Trenches?
I want Captain Crunch coffee. No, I want Captain Crunch coffee.
Yeah. Now, if they can make me you think there's any way Starbucks could make me a Fruit Loop espresso frappa latte? Hold the whipped cream, though. No whipped cream. A Fruit Loop one?
I have no idea, but I want a Captain Crunch coffee latte. Latte.
Well, go to Starbucks and you got to whisper. You got to go, hey, I know about the secret menu. Let me get that. Let me get that Captain Crunch in that. Knowing my luck, I would try that. I would go in, pretend like I know what the hell I'm doing, and I would get somebody who started 5 minutes ago, and they would look at me like I was a moron. What? Captain Crunch coffee, man, and then I'm not going to have the man bag on, and it'd just be a whole mess. I'm probably not going to try that at Starbucks.
Well, I want a Captain Crunch. I can't believe you just said Captain Crunch coffee. I can't get my mind off of it now.
Yeah. Right. I don't know.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
Well, no, not me. It's the Between the Trenches, man.
Oh, it's okay. Thanks a lot, Between the Trenches.
Yeah, it's his fault. He's to blame.
It's his fault.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Oh.
You've
I love Captain Crunch, except when it breaks your mouth at the top. I hate that. It like tears.
Pete said the same thing.
So I have to let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah, Pete says, does Captain Crunch coffee destroy the roof of your mouth just like the cereal does?
I hate that because it's so delicious.
Friction Vixen wants to know, do you have cereal breath afterwards instead of coffee breath? Excellent. These are all good questions.
Actually, I haven't drank coffee in such a long time, actually, to be honest with you, because I used to drink Starbucks for a little bit. And then there is, like at our, you know how every like state or whatever has 7-Eleven or whatever, Circle K, we have Stripes.
Yeah.
Okay. And at Stripes, once in a blue moon, like maybe 3-4 times a year, they have like one of those, I guess, Frappuccino machines, you know, the flavored coffee. And they have a banana nut bread coffee that it tastes like banana nut bread hot cocoa. It's delicious. It's just the best thing it's just delicious. But I don't drink it all the time because and it's cheap. It's not like Starbucks. You get it for like $1 something. A big cup.
Yeah. I've never been into the flavored coffees like someone else mentioned the pumpkin spice latte that gets real popular in the fall. There's some kind of peppermint one that Starbucks does around Christmas time that everybody pretends to like.
Ugh.
I've never been into that kind of thing. Now, Pigskin Pete makes an interesting observation here, or confession. He says, if they made Fruit Loop coffee, I'd drool into it. Sir, I can't think of anything more American than sitting on your couch in your underwear, watching Fox and Friends in the morning, drooling into a Fruit Loop flavored coffee.
Oh, God.
What an idea.
Oh, beep, beep.
Grinder Ballard, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Did you see that show Clout Chasing You last night?" No. In fact, I have a pretty good feeling almost no one saw it. But
well,
no, I didn't.
I have a bunch of shows that are on my. See, like I have subscribed to, I'm subscribed to like a frickin' million channels, and not just sports. Like I have all kind of different things, and so there's certain ones that I just don't have the ones I have. Well, anyway, they're on my subscription bell. So I saw that it was Morning Wood, but it was last night. So I'm like, huh? But, I still have to, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I think they're probably just saying it, okay, here's your Morning Wood. Morning Wood could be a name for any show, really. I mean, any show that with sexual innuendos too. Not that I'm saying that show has sexual innuendos, but I'm just saying. I mean, it might. I haven't heard. Well, I did see a couple of Morning Woods when they were in the morning, and I think I saw one Nightcap.
Now, when Morning Wood was on in the morning, wasn't it recorded at night?
Well, yeah, it was recorded at night, but I would watch it Wednesday morning. Well, I think I only saw a 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember. I don't remember. And I saw a Nightcap once because I could never catch Nightcap for some reason. I don't know. I don't know how many of those they had. But then I saw on my my subscriptions that there was Morning Wood. I think they said at night, but it was either it was Morning Wood at night, or I'm like, here's Morning Wood, but it's night time. Oh. They're showing it. I didn't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, Lou.
Yeah,
I don't know all the answers to the world.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone does, honestly. All right, TK, I'm going to let you go. It's time to wrap things up here. I got naps to take.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in.
Well, thank you. All right, thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you later. TK checking in. Slim Shady, Chess Hall, Ballard, Friction Vixen, Coy. I'm leaving people out, and I apologize, but a bunch of people called in today. Thank you. That was great. That was great. You guys saved the day. You guys saved the day today. And I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I had my daughter's dance recital, end of year dance recital yesterday. And they're fun. It's just, other than the fact that my daughter dances, I don't have a lot of interest beyond that in that kind of thing. And these things are like 3 hours long, and your kid might be in 5 or 6 dances out of the 30 that they have or whatever, and each dance is 3 or 4 minutes long or whatever. And so, you see your kid dance, and then you spend 45 minutes watching other people's kids dance, and then maybe you get to see your kid again, and they last forever. It started at 7. I think it was 9:30 or 10 by the time it was over. Long. If you've got daughters that have done the dance thing, you know what I'm talking about. But I love going because I don't get to see her. She practices year-round, and then I don't get to see her actually dance that often. You're not allowed to attend the practices even if you wanted to, So it was good to go and see her, and she did good, and she looked great. And so that was fun. And then I found another movie. Well, I didn't find it, but I watched it. What was the name of it? The Wrong Missy. Have y'all? I don't even know. Is this a new movie? I don't know. It's on Netflix. It's called The Wrong Missy. So I came home and watched that. It's got David Spade in it, and I don't know the girl's name that's in it. It's funny. It's really good. I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 Lou's. Yeah, it's a comedy. So it's a comedy produced by Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison Productions or whatever. So know that going in. That's the kind of movie you're getting. Adam Sandler's not in it. It's just produced by his production company, Happy Madison. So it's got a lot of like old Saturday Night Live people in it. Like Rob Schneider has a role in it. A few other people that you'll recognize from Saturday Night Live. And, of course, David Spade is the main in the movie, the main character. But it's pretty good. It's worth watching. If you got some, you might have some free time this weekend with it being Memorial Day or whatever. If you're looking for a couple hours to kill, it's a good movie. Oh, yeah, Pete. Yes. Even if you don't have time to watch the movie, watch the first 20 minutes is absolutely hilarious. The first 20 minutes is probably the funniest part of the movie. It's at that opening scene is hilarious. I rarely laugh out loud, even at really funny movies. You'll laugh out loud at this one, literally. The first 20 minutes are absolutely hilarious. Is that a new movie, or is it just one I never bothered to watch before? I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't know if that's new. Was it I've never heard of it before, so I don't know. Sometimes movies go straight to Netflix. I think it's called The Wrong Missy. Let me write it. I think this is the name of it. But I think it's called The Wrong Missy or The Wrong Miss or The Wrong Melissa, something like that. If you go, you can search by actor on Netflix too. So if you can't find the movie that way, if that's the wrong name, search David Spade. But the name is something like that. The Wrong Missy. Okay, yeah. They said it came out last year. So, yeah, I just am late to the party on this one. But it's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's funny from beginning to end. There's no down points, really. It won't be the greatest movie you've ever seen. I mean, it's one of these slapstick comedy type, vulgar humor type movies. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's from that Adam Sandler production company, Happy Madison. So it's along the lines of, Happy Gilmore type humor, Billy Madison type humor. Not that it's, those are all-time classics. I think I wouldn't put this movie in that category, but it's really, really good. Y'all are like me. You feel like you've got to the bottom of Netflix sometimes. Like there's just nothing else there. And if you're at that spot and you haven't seen this movie yet, it's really good. It's really good. I would give it 4 out of 5 Lou's. It's really good. The funniest threesome scene I've ever seen. I can't even think who would be second, but it's the funniest threesome scene ever. So check that out if you hadn't seen it. Pete says, watch it in the dark if you haven't. You talking about? Oh, I guess you're talking about a movie called In the Dark. I thought you meant I should rewatch The Wrong Missy, but watch it in the dark. And I didn't understand why watching a comedy in the dark would have any effect versus watching it with a light or two on. But I think I get what you're saying. He's talking about a movie called In the Dark. And I mentioned the other day I did watch the new Army of the Dead movie. I think The Wrong Missy, The Wrong Missy is better. I mean, these are two totally different types of movies. Army of the Dead, 3 out of 5 Lou's. If you've seen that, the tiger part is pretty cool. It's like some Mortal Kombat animality type shit. It's a decent movie too. So those are the 2 movies I would recommend you watch over your Memorial Day weekend if you've got some extra time. Both probably not recommended for kids unless you watch along with them. But I'm not, and I'm not telling anybody how to parent. I let my kids watch rated R movies if I know what's in it ahead of time, and I watch it with them. So every child and parent is. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but what I'm saying is there are some parts in there that kids, depending on the age of your kid, you might not want them to hear or see. But they're good movies. Vodka says I'm going to rewatch Savages today. I don't think I've ever seen that. Coming up tomorrow, update on Tinder Ballard. So we'll have Ballard on, see how his Tinder account's doing this week. And Bad Dog is coming on tomorrow too. And so we'll talk about some of the usual stuff with Bad Dog. But then I'm going to get Bad Dog to give Ballard some advice on what to do after he secures his Tinder girlfriend. How should he treat her? Where should he take her? Maybe Bad Dog's got some smooth lines or something that he can give Ballard to try to use on the future Mrs. Ballard that we're in the process of finding him on Tinder. I don't know. We're going to have to ask Bad Dog. Waikiki, thank you for the super chat. He says, you don't have to read this aloud, okay? Thank you, Waikiki. I appreciate that. And I am much happier. Much to the chagrin of the UNCLELOU hate parade, which keeps marching on. The literal definition of marching to the beat of their own drum. Because literally no one else is hearing it. Brandon Lee says, I had to tell you I'm getting married. She's a Florida Gator, though. I'll tell you my sort of philosophy on that, Brandon. Mrs. Lou, for example, went to Florida State for her bachelor's degree and South Carolina for her master's degree. Never bothered me one bit. You know why? She could care less about football. Now, if I was with somebody or ever dated somebody or ever married somebody that was a football fan and they were a huge fan of another team besides Georgia, maybe that would be different. I don't know because I've never been in that boat. And so I don't know about your future wife here. When you say she's a Florida Gator, if that means that she just went to the University of Florida, but she doesn't really care about football one way or the other, that won't be any issue. You know, if it's the type of thing where if Florida wins, she's going to be hitting you with the ah-ha-ha thing for 2 weeks, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. Just telling you now. But that's my philosophy on that. Why is USC ranked higher than North Carolina? You would have to ask whoever made the poll that you're referring to. It depends. If it's some kind of an AP poll, you would have to ask all the sports writers who voted. If it's the coaches poll, you would have to ask all the coaches that voted, so forth and so on. I don't know why somebody else might have ranked a team somewhere. That's the biggest problem people have with polls, from what I see, is that just like you saying, I don't know why this team is ranked higher than that team. That's why when I do mine, I don't expect everybody to agree with my top 10 ranking, but I at least explain why. So no one can ever ask me, why did you have this team ranked ahead of that team? You can't ask me that, because I have explained it to you when I did the video. For 1 through 10. I don't explain teams 11 through 25 because it's pointless. I mean, you might as well be explaining why is 55 ranked higher than 60. Does it really matter? No. So, but for 1 through 10, I explain. And again, doesn't mean I don't explain it because I'm trying to convince people that I'm right. I explain it so that people can't say, why do you have this team ranked ahead of that team? Because that's what I hear all the time, just like what you just asked. Why does the AP have Bama at 1 instead of Clemson? I don't know. How would I know? I'm not an AP voter. You have to ask the AP voters that. They don't explain it to you. Now, the playoff committee explains it afterwards. You know, they give the interviews afterwards, and they tell you why this team is here and that team is there. But the AP poll and the coaches poll don't do that. As far as I know, the only polls that do that are the playoff poll, because the committee chairman will come out afterwards and explain why certain teams are ranked where they are, and the UNCLELOU poll, which those are the only 2 polls that actually matter. I mean, the AP and the coaches poll don't matter. They have no influence or effect or anything. The only polls that matter are the UNCLELOU poll and the playoff poll. So, and both of those polls explain their rankings. So, that's that. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Call-in show tonight, and there will be a call-in show tonight, too. So, that's good news. Here's the schedule. Tonight, 10 p.m., UNCLELOU After Dark, the college football call-in show. Tomorrow, Friday, the last morning shoe of the week. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Are they out yet, Nick? I always get, there's a couple that I get every year. Are they out yet? I'll have to go look. I need to go to the grocery store anyway. Maybe I'll look today. But are they out yet? I like Phil Steele, and I like Athlon. Those are my 2 favorite. Now, there's a bunch of them, and I'm not saying those are the 2 best. I've been buying Athlon and Phil Steele preseason magazines for 30 years, and it's just a habit at this point. So those will be the 2 that I get. But are they out yet? They usually come out around this time. Pete says, I'm off to the store to buy Ready Whip. Get you some cotton balls or something while you're there, too, buddy, to stick up in that nose. Trust me. Something tells me I don't need to tell you that. You're probably well aware of the precautions you need to take before, quote-unquote, screwing around with whipped cream. But you need to block off your nose cavities before you go diving into a pile of whipped cream. Just trust me. Like I said, I have a feeling you already know. But you do need to do that. And buy some plastic sheets, too, if you're going to be doing this at home. Facts. I got to go to the store. Maybe I'll buy some whipped cream at the store today and some cotton balls. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Maybe I will. I got to go to the grocery store anyway. I'm out of milk. That's the only time I don't go to the store until I'm out of milk. If I run out of anything else, I just make do until the milk is gone. But the milk is gone. So got to go to the store. I can't do without milk. I drink a gallon of whole milk a week. Why do you think I'm so damn healthy? I drink a gallon of milk a week and a half a gallon of orange juice a week. Vitamin C. When's the last time Uncle Lou called in sick? You can't find it. Battle Angel, what do you think about that? Uncle Lou make a trip to the grocery store today. Got to get a few things, you know. Thank you, Tony. You have a good morning too, Tony. A good weekend too. Enjoy your Memorial Day. I hope y'all get some time off this weekend. Those of you who normally work 9 to 5s or whatever, I hope you get some time off this weekend. Memorial Day over the years has been one of my favorite weekends. It's usually start of summer. You can go swimming. Now you can go swimming before that down here, but generally speaking, there's always a cookout to go to. You have to grill something this weekend. You just have to. You have to grill something. You have to get in the water. You have to. What else do you have to do? You have to get a little bit too much sun. You don't have to get sunburned, but when you wake up Tuesday morning next week, you should be telling yourself, "Man, I got a little bit too much sun." Those are just the things you have to do. Oh yeah, Italian ice. Yeah, I grew up eating that stuff. My mom would buy that all the time at the grocery store. That Italian ice. Yeah, that stuff is good. Oh, you know what I had the other day? I didn't actually have one. I tried it though. I took my I was taking my son to soccer practice, and my daughter rode with me because I told her I'd get her a milkshake or whatever while we were out. So dropped my son off at soccer practice. And I took my daughter to Cookout to get a milkshake. I like I just like their chocolate milkshakes. Cookout's got the best milkshakes, by the way. It's not an opinion. And I get their double chocolate milkshake, which and the thing about Cookout milkshakes, you can't eat them with a straw. Forget that. You'll have a stroke. I mean, the vein in your neck will literally explode if you try to drink a Cookout milkshake with a straw. You got to take the top off, eat it with a spoon. They give you a spoon, in fact, when you order it, so they know that. But they're so good. But my daughter ordered a push-up milkshake. And that's the thing with the Cookout. They have like 50 different flavors of milkshakes there, from the simple to the ridiculous. She got an orange push-up milkshake. Do y'all remember the orange push-ups? Do they still make those? I need to when I go to the store today to get that whipped cream, if I have to get the whipped cream, I don't know, did I miss the answer if I need to get that or not? I wasn't looking. I have to, I'll find out. I'll get it if I need to. But I need to go through the frozen section. Do they still make those orange push-ups? Do you guys remember those? My God, those things were good. Man, those were good. In fact, I'm going to get Italian ice and orange push-ups. That's what I'm going to do. Now, here's what I'm not going to get. I'm not going to get the box of 100 popsicles that you buy unfrozen. So it's basically just Kool-Aid inside of a plastic tube. And then and it's like $2 for a box of 100. And your parents would buy that for you and stick it in the freezer. And you thought you had you thought it was amazing. Little did you know your parents were spending $2 on you for your snacks for the next month. Those don't do anything for me anymore. But I would love to get a hold of some orange push-ups and some of that Italian ice. I'm going to look at the store today if they have that. And I'm going to have to get that if they do. Yeah, I could really sit at the pool this weekend and eat a couple of orange push-ups and get too much sun, and then maybe cook some red meat in the evening. That sounds like a perfect Memorial Day weekend to me. Perfect Memorial Day weekend. Italian ice, orange push-ups, get in a pool, get a little bit too much sun, grill red meat. I don't know how you could have a better Memorial Day weekend than that. If you can accomplish all of those things over the next 3 days, orange push-ups, Italian ice, get in a pool, get too much sun, a little bit too much sun, and grill some red meat. If you can do those 5 things, you've had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Now, if for dessert, you're able to eat a bottle of Ready Whip or whatever the case off of whatever surface you may or may not have available to you, that's even better. That's even better. The so-called icing on the cake. Not that kind of cake, Chess Hall. Chess Hall's you got a sick mind. I'm not talking about that kind of cake. I mean the expression icing on the cake, buddy. Battle Angel says, nightcap, question mark? Don't think it exists anymore. If you're talking about that show that they used to have called Nightcap. If you're talking about having a nightcap, that's always a great idea. LW, thank you for the super chat. Says, week-long beach house vacation starts June 1st. My wife, RN, ER nurse, deserves it. 50 hours a week with 2 masks and face shields, 13 hours a night for a year. She does deserve it. Nurses work hard all the time. And the last year, I mean, you know, my mom was a nurse for 40 years. So, yes. Your wife definitely deserves a break. So, yeah, take her to the beach, like you said. Definitely not talking about the show. Yeah, I think I'm the only one that ever talks about that show. There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what I've been told. You want me to do a schedule preview today, Eddie? Which one you want me to do? He says, will you be doing any schedule previews today? I can tell you right now that several preview videos and maybe a couple of rant videos will be done over the Memorial Day weekend. But you want to know if I'm going to do any today? Which one would you want me to do? I see you're a Missouri fan. So I could go out on a little bitty limb, like the skinniest limb ever, and say that you want me to do a Mizzou. All right, yeah, Mizzou, okay. How about this, Eddie? The next one up is Notre Dame. I've been saying that for a while, so I can't change that. But what if I promise you to do a Mizzou schedule preview by Memorial Day? Because I'm going to try to do 4 or 5 over the weekend and Monday. Would that be all right? I got to do the Notre Dame one first because that's the next on the list. The Patreon people gave me a list, and I've been working off of that. And Notre Dame is next on the list, and I've mentioned it a few times already. But what about if I promise you to do it this weekend? All right, yeah, I'll do it this weekend, Eddie. You have my word, sir. You have my word. It gets harder and harder for me to end these shows because I do like hanging out with you guys. LouTube banner in the end zone. I would love to see it. Now, there have been some LouTube signs pop up at a few different places. Someone took a LouTube sign to the College World Series one time and got on TV. There was a guy wearing a LouTube shirt at an Atlanta Braves game that was shown on TV a couple of different times in the same game. And there was a LouTube sign in the crowd on the Today Show one time. and College Game Day and SEC Nation. And I have to agree that in every instance, those were great ideas. Bacon Ninjet says, the Uncle Lou morning shoe equals the new improved morning wood shoe. Now, if this show was being broadcast from, where is it where they wear wooden shoes? Then it could be, literally be the morning wood shoe. Is it the Netherlands? Don't Dutch people wear wooden shoes? I don't know. I'm not Dutch. I don't think. Holland, okay. The Netherlands, okay. Thank you. I got a question about Nebraska. If you were the athletic director, would you have kept Mike Riley for one more year after 2017? What he did in 2016, started 7-0. That's an easy question to answer now because Mike Riley was fired after 3 years. In those 3 years, he lost 19 games. In Scott Frost's 3 years, he has now lost 20 games. So Scott Frost has been actually worse than Mike Riley. So, hindsight is 20/20, but yes, now it appears as though keeping Mike Riley may have been a better idea than going out and paying Scott Frost twice what you were paying Mike Riley. So, yes, but at the time, to me, it made sense to hire Scott Frost. To me, at the time. Now, we can all look back now and see that Nebraska is not any better now than they were the day Scott Frost got there, and we can go, what the hell did they do that for? But Scott Frost was the hot name, and he had ties to Nebraska, and Nebraska went out and got him. I mean, it looked like a good hire at the time. And it hasn't turned out that way, at least not so far, especially when you consider the fact that Mike Riley was fired because he lost 19 games in 3 years, and Scott Frost has currently lost 20 games in 3 years. So, yes, it definitely appears now as though Nebraska may have been better off had they kept Mike Riley, but I don't blame them for making the move at the time. Sometimes moves are bad, and you know it right away. You just know this is not good. South Carolina hiring Will Muschamp. You didn't need to wait and see what was going to happen. You knew that was a bad hire right away. I don't think the Scott Frost hire, at least to most people, looked like a bad hire initially. And let's see what Nebraska does this year, because last year was a weird year, so maybe you say, well, technically he's only had the 2 years because last year doesn't count. Okay, well, let's see what he does this year. But he inherited a 4-win team, and he's currently winning 4 games a year. So, there's just no improvement at all. So, or whatever, I don't know what he inherited, whatever. There's just been no improvement at all. They're worse now than they were before. There's just no arguing that. Nebraska needs an identity. They need to figure out who they are and what they want to be, and then they need to go out and recruit the player it takes to become that. Wisconsin is a great example. Wisconsin can't get a bunch of 5 stars. There's not a ton of high school talent in Wisconsin, but they have an identity. They know who they are. They know the type of player they want, and they go out and get the best of those types of players that they can. And have they won a national title? No. Are they as good as Ohio State? Generally, no. But they're Wisconsin. And you can pretty much close your eyes and know that Wisconsin's going to win 10-plus games a year. I mean, I know it doesn't happen every year, but it happens most years. because they know who they are and they recruit to that and they stick to it. They've got huge offensive linemen and NFL running backs, and they try to get a quarterback that won't turn the ball over, and they play okay defense. Sometimes they play great defense. 2 seasons ago, they had like 5 shutouts. I mean, that's unbelievable. You know how hard it is to get 1 shutout against a bad team? They had 5 shutouts in 1 season. I mean, they're really good defense. I mean, so that's Nebraska's problem more than anything else. They have no identity. What are they? They're Adrian Martinez. Okay, the quarterback's going to have 1,000 yards rushing, and maybe he completes a pass or 2. Well, now he's gone and McCaffrey's in. You know, when's the last time Nebraska had a good running back? Name 3 players on Nebraska's defense. You can't. I don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, Georgia Tech ran the triple option. You're not winning anything with that. You're not winning a national title with that. But they knew who they were. So they went out and they recruited a bunch of undersized offensive linemen who could do all those cut blocks and chop blocks and guard pulls and tackle pulls and all that they run. They went out and they got all those offensive linemen. They went out and got the best triple option quarterback in the Southeast, whoever that happened to be, from year to year. And they got 6 really fast running backs. And guess what? There was some years where they won 9, 10 games. I mean, they had some really bad years too. I'm not pretending they had it figured out and were a great program under Paul Johnson, but hell, they made a New Year's Six bowl. I mean, don't you think Nebraska would love to make a New Year's Six bowl? Georgia Tech made a New Year's Six bowl. Beat the absolute bejesus out of Dan Mullen. I mean, they beat Dan Mullen like a stepchild. Georgia Tech beat Dan Mullen like he owed him money. Georgia Tech beat Dan Mullen like he was the littlest orphan. Georgia Tech beat the absolute soul out of Dan Mullen. I mean, they mollywopped him. They gorilla stomped him. I mean, I hadn't seen Dan Mullen get beat that bad since the last game Dan Mullen coached against Oklahoma. You leave redheads out of this, ma'am. You leave redheads out of this. Take that back. Apologize to Lou. Apologize to Lou, please. I still have some hair, and it's kind of reddish colored. Let's leave that out. I'm just messing with you. Traxion's beard is red. Ah, Captain Redbeard. Yes, yes, yes. I made a post on Facebook the other day. I know I'm extremely late to the party. And it's not that I haven't heard of Bill Burr. I have. But I had never seen a Bill Burr stand-up routine until 3 or 4 days ago. And 15 minutes in, I had to post about it on Facebook. I said, and that was my post. I know I'm late, but this Bill Burr is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And then people told me to look up the clip on YouTube from like 15 years ago, where he just absolutely destroys the entire crowd at a show in Philadelphia. So I did. And this is a trash talk channel, you know, and we got a lot of people around here who are good at trash talk. Go to YouTube and type in Bill Burr, Philadelphia. It's a 12-minute video. It might be the greatest 12-minute trash talk rant of all time. Of all time. He roasts the Phillies, the Flyers, the Eagles. At one point he says, at one point he goes, Ben Franklin, fuck Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin can stick the Liberty Bell up his ass. You got to watch it. You have to, in fact, I'm going to end the show right now. I'm going to end the show. Go to YouTube right now. Type in Bill Burr, Philadelphia. It's a 12-minute video. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Y'all have to watch it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I might even play it tomorrow. I might even play it on the show tomorrow. It's absolutely hilarious. Bill Burr, Philadelphia. It's an old video. It's grainy. You forget trying to watch it to give yourself a headache. Just listen to it. It might be the greatest 12 minutes of trash talk in absolute history. It's unbelievable. And the story is he was part of a comedy show that was touring around, and the Philadelphia crowd was just giving everybody a hard time. They were booing everybody for the entire show. This was going on for a couple of hours before Bill Burr took the stage, and he got pissed off. Backstage, he got pissed off at the crowd, and so he comes out, and he starts in on his regular routine, and he gets like halfway through his first joke, and you can almost see in his mind him go, fuck it. And then he just starts going off. He makes fun of Rocky. He makes fun of all their pro sports teams. Ben Franklin. It's 12 minutes of him just destroying the city of Philadelphia, the people in the crowd. One guy, while he's going off on him, one guy yells something at him, and he goes, "Who said that?" And he looks down in the crowd and he goes, "I hope when I leave here, I find you on the side of the road dead right next to your 1983 Monte Carlo." Y'all have to watch it. Go to YouTube, type in Bill Burr, Philadelphia. It's a 12-minute video. You have to watch it. We'll talk about it on the morning show some more tomorrow. It's absolutely hilarious. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Big shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Another great edition of the Morning Shoe. And don't take it for granted. Don't take these YouTube shows for granted. You know, it's here today, gone tomorrow in this YouTube game. Here today, gone tomorrow. Don't take them for granted. But the Morning Shoe will be back tomorrow. Yes, don't worry. It will. Thanks for sticking around to the end. LW, Matt Dummett, Nick, Hufferbilly Paw, Steve M, Between the Trenches, Pigskin Pete, Hufferbilly Paw. Pete, we need to get you on the morning show one day. Now that your kids are out of school, maybe you think, I don't know how that works with you, but maybe if you have time, maybe, can you do the morning show one day? I don't know. I'll talk to you about it. Matt Dummett, D4, Slim Shady, Friction Vixen. Thanks to everybody that called in today, too. Don't normally do that on the morning show, but we had sort of a last-minute change of plans with Bad Dogs, so I had to sort of come up with something on the fly here, and the phone calls was the best I could do. So big shout-out to everybody that took the time to call in. I do appreciate that. Super Chats, we had LW, Grinder Ballard, Between the Trenches, LW again, and Slim Shady Canes a couple of times. Thank you all for choosing to support the show through the Super Chat feature. That's what keeps these live shows going. There's no ad revenue on these live shows, so I appreciate those of you who choose to support it with the Super Chat or the PayPal. And over on the PayPal, we had Mike Reiser and Waikiki. So really means a lot to me. There's literally a billion ways you could spend $1. So the fact that you choose to spend some of those dollars here really does mean a lot to me. So can't wait to see you all again tomorrow. I hope y'all can tune in tonight for the call-in show at 10 p.m. That's a college football show. Okay, so we won't be talking about Bill Burr or Tinder or anything else that's not college football related. Unfortunately, that is just a college football show. So for one or two of you that might like that, be here tonight, 10 p.m. All right, I love you guys. Can't wait to see you again. Have a good morning. If you can. If you can. Have a good morning. I have a good song to play to end things, too, today. Let's play a song today to end things. I have just the one. Just the one. I'm big on lyrics. I mean, the song has to be catchy, obviously, but to me, that's what takes a song from being really good to really great. To me, you can hear a song one time and not even really listen to the lyrics and go, well, that's a pretty good song. When you really start to pay attention to the lyrics, though, when you really start to pay attention to the lyrics, that's what takes a song from good to great.
You've saved me.
And this, my friends, and haters, is a great song. A very wise man once told me, people usually find what they're looking for.
I see you lingering around like a bad idea. Peddling salvation, threatening damnation. I'm about to drop you like Cain drop Abel. I'm about to drop you like Cain dropped Abel. You're no medium, just a scum on the shallow end of assumption. Time to come correct, son. Rapture my ears. You better hope it takes you before I do. I'm about to drop you like Cain dropped Abel. I'm about to drop you like Cain. You better hope it takes you. I'm about to drop you like Cain. I had enough of your voodoo. drop you like Cain.